What's up, kitty cats? We got another day of trade review, coffee, chill with you. Looks like at the moment we have this stock, reccomend moving. I was trading it earlier. It had popped up pre-market. We're going to do a review about this in a second, but let me turn my phone notifications off here. I honestly, it's so late in the day. I mean, what's it going to do? Maybe break above 7. I just don't know if I want to take the risk. I've already taken a couple of L's today. It's been a bit of a clown show. Although I would love to see it just blowing levels. Everybody loves to see stuff just blowing through levels. Blowing through levels. But this type of action, I don't know. Let me see if I can get a better view here. This is what I'm looking at. Mm. Oh, it's such a big seller. Do you see that pop up at 7? I would be surprised if it doesn't just totally reverse off this level right now. I almost punched it right there. I think this is a fake out though. This doesn't look like it has enough juice. Not enough juice. I just want to buy all the shares right now. This volume here is tepid. This volume on the level 2 is tepid. The seller is big. It's late in the day. If I make a mistake here, it is set in stone. Yeah, there we go. There's a little unwind. Let's see if it wants to hold here. What does it want to do? Wants to fake people out. That's its main priority. What's its personality like? A trickster. So anytime you see big bids popping up, usually they get sold into. And it's up so much. There we go. There's a little progression lower. I'm going to be late to this if I start trying to buy here. Or start trying to buy after it pops. But I think it pops. Oh, it's wrong action. That kind of crunching of the bids there, I don't like those anymore. Yeah. The bids are just stacking. It looks shisty. It's like, why don't you just buy it? It's a 1 cent spread. Why don't you just buy it? Unless it's a trap. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What could this mean? Is it going to go? Huh. Very realistically, could be blocked off. 95-ish. And having said that, today was emotional. Today was emotional. I actually ended up going and taking a nap after trading. Such a hard day of clicking buttons. Anyways, okay. So here's what I'm looking at here. There's a nice little progression downwards. It's retracing the 5-minute strong candle late in the day. I am calling bullshit on that and taking my shares off the table. I would say if it gets above 95 here, I'll come back and revisit. But in the meantime, we can go review some video. Now I have to say, the action that I had today was difficult. Yeah, look how that's progressing lower. Let's get into video. All right. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. So I did not trade the obvious one today. That was my biggest mistake. I tried to get tricky, thinking that there would be plenty of buyers out there. And that was wrong. And yeah. But LUMN, I was like, it looks already too high. But it wasn't. I didn't have anything that actually really traded out of the open. Could have traded a little bit of this. Probably would have bought right there. Sold. There was stuff that I really wanted to trade. Wow. And then that just opens up. Oh, look at this. That's actually why I didn't buy it. Okay. It's past the open, but the LULD, the halt levels are not up yet. And I'm going to turn the sound off on this because the alerts keep faking me out. The halt levels aren't showing yet, and it's LDLU, limit up, limit down, limit up, are not showing yet. And I'm just like, being that the stock was in a multi-day run, popped up, I'm thinking there's a lot of sellers on it, and I don't want to get caught with an order at the highs at the wrong side of the balance as it sorts itself out, which I have done before in the past, and it's not fun. 1 second here. It's our neighbors, or actually our apartment building's silly little electric. Anyways. Anyways, it doesn't open till, when is the first time it opens? So it's 30 seconds in, 40 seconds in. Okay, it's open right here. But it's like pops up a little bit. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to take it. And so I go look at ADTX, but it ends up going okay. Oh, such nice explosions in the right direction. ADTX here, it's really low volume. Actually, no, it's normal volume. I thought it was super low. Which one was low? Probably ZCND or something. I don't know. Should have been focused on LUMN, but I was not. Ugh. Oh, I'm just waking up from a nap. This one would have been pretty easy to lose money on as well. ATDX playing with pretty moderate size because it looks like there's not a lot going on, and I'm not able to read the action. End up going out after market makers do a little wiggle. Let's rewatch that again. With this and okay. So this is where I lose a couple $100 on, or $100 on ADTX, or 89 or something. All right, so I wait for the pullback. Pullback pulls farther. I cut it. It recoups, holds, and starts creeping higher. At that point, no fun. Wait for it again. Problem is, I kind of find in the same spot, and that same spot gets blasted. When I say blasted, it just creeps lower, and I'm like, oh, okay, I have to cut it. And another 3 cents down. Oof. After I cut, that is a big dump. Would have been a decent buy, though. What would a buy there look like? That's the sound of the closing bell. Let me check my account just to make sure I'm clear. All right. Yeah, look at how that kind of just drifted downwards after that attempt at 7. That kind of back check. That's why I didn't take it. I've gotten a lot better at doing that in the past. And as I get better, I'm not even speaking right today. Anyways, let's look at some of the highlights from today instead of this nonsense. $11.05 ADTX. LUMN holds up. I could have played some ranges on it. It had some obvious ranges here. This I probably wouldn't have played, but these maybe. Maybe this. Okay, and then ADTX. ADTX I don't play it in this zone. I forgot why. Maybe I was looking at something else like SWIM, which I end up losing $300 on unnecessarily. Yeah, swam over here. This one ends up being an annoyance for me. Let's see if I can pick out some things where I did poorly here. Waited too long on that. Really low volume. Trading it now after this kind of stuffing candle. Creep lower. Back-to-back buys, it looks like. Getting filled at the highs. Oh, that was a really bad fill. Yeah, this one was a little bit roasty. Huh, that was annoying. Immediately I cut it. And I'm okay with cutting those. That's just a shit fill. Perks and market orders. Where do I get in next? Oh, really? Okay. That's not good. I kept buying. I bought at the same price on Swim, and then I bought at the same price on ADTX, and I lost on both those. No buying, no rebuying at same price. Because fundamentally, nothing has changed, I think. I don't know. It just seems like I always get messed when I keep buying at the same price. And so if I can not do that, that might be good. It also fundamentally seems like my brain don't be working so right now. That be all right. Let's keep on with the review. Oh, yeah, and then here. Oh! Did you guys see that? It was so bad. It's like this is the stock, and it's like on the ocean, and it's like we'll call it a boat. So like just think of a stock like a boat, and then the boat goes to the high of like the rhythm of the ocean, and I run to the top of the boat and jump on, and then the boat goes down to the bottom, sinks a little bit of the ocean, and then I get off and fall. I don't know if that makes sense. No, let's think of it like this. It's not quite an accurate analogy, but it like goes to the top of the wave. I jump, and that's me buying the stock, and it goes to the bottom dips underwater, and then I fall all the way to the bottom of the undulation of the, you know how like the boat like goes like this, it goes as it goes with the rhythm of the ocean. And then I sell as it's at the bottom of that. I waited too long. It hesitated. That's for sure. I didn't want to keep taking these small losses, so I took a bigger loss. Okay. And I can't see my. Okay, I buy right there. Get filled at 55, 54.37. And it goes down to 47. Kind of holds right there for a second. And then I cut right there. And I get filled at 49. I mean, I don't think I would have got filled much better. And then I jump back in at 49. And it goes to 47, 45. I hold, and I get filled at 41. That one sucked. Oh, why did I do that? It was lower high. And I buy back at 45. No. This is unacceptable trading. Unacceptable. 10:06, 10:05 to 10:06, 10:07. Practice. I have to go back through that. Basically, nothing's breaking except for my bank account. That last trade was flat, which was okay. ADTX started creeping up here. Okay. Yeah, that's why I was frustrated. Spent $136 in that stupidity. I could be being a little hard on myself, but that's the name of the game, eh? Oh. I was so eager to get a good trade on this that I did not. And this is one thing I've noticed from these stocks is they're definitely it's like a trap. Like they just set these traps. Once you put your finger in. Best thing to do is not trade stupid setups. 5 minute didn't look great. Kept losing money on it. I don't even know where that last bad trade was. Let's see. Okay, where was it going? What did I want to happen? What did I want to happen on that? It pops up to 43. I buy. 45. Oh, and then just totally reverses, and I'm just like, okay. At least it can go to 50. Let me hold it here. This is what I'm thinking. At this point, I'm just annoyed. Of course, it creeps up afterwards. And I lose money all throughout. I'm down 291 on it at this point. Oh, man, this is a... See, the thing about this game is when it goes well, it goes so well. And when it goes not so good, you kind of have to just make sure it doesn't go badly. That's your only job. Just make sure it does not go bad. And this is by no means bad. My sizing was small. My trades were pretty conservative. My thought process was messed up. I was cutting it, but it was just consecutive, not right trades. And a little bit of it was like, I probably wouldn't have traded this. Probably wouldn't have traded this in a market where there was more stuff going on. Let me see what we got going on here. Okay, I mean, it only had 37 million float, but still, I don't know. It can leave you feeling a little deflated, even though you knew what you were getting into, even though you made a conscious effort. And this is why day trading is risky. This is why you should always do your own due diligence. And by no means am I a teacher of stuff to do, because what I do is, just what I've found for myself. And I'm mildly annoyed by it, but we're going to learn from it. So I ended the day down 200. At one point I was down 4 and change. It was just unacceptable for the amount of stuff that was actually going on and for not trading the main stock. So there's a lot of risk for not a lot of payout. Taking these like little chip shots and like getting chipped out. ADTX here, I ended up making a little bit back. But he actually ends up going way higher. I don't play it fantastically. Does this little consolidation thing here. I look at some other stuff, and then I go back to it when it starts breaking back up higher, which is right here. So then it does this stuff where it just like cruises higher. Interesting pattern, right? This week I'm taking a break from looking at the charts every day, seeing if it helps or if it doesn't help. But I think the only reason why it would help is that I spend more time looking at the video, which inherently has charts integrated, and I don't take the chart signals as seriously. But sometimes taking them seriously is good. But there are other signals to look at. I don't know. This week has just been boring. And when stuff is boring, I feel like I don't have a purpose, I guess. And And that just brings me to like the whole greater problem with trading, which is, I should be doing something also to help people, I guess. I don't know. Wow. It's like therapy on YouTube. Except better than therapy. Just post it on YouTube and, nobody's going to watch it for a long time. Hmm. ADTX did this thing. I would kept paying attention to it because, like, you knew it was going to go. I knew that high likelihood it was going to go. I did not take this. This was a fantastic opportunity. I wasn't even thinking to take it, really. I mean, I was like queued in the buy button for a break above 80, but this was the real trade here. Breaks down, buy right there. Spread slightly annoying, but it keeps going. And you're like, oh, how high? Whoa, and then cut right there. That was the trade that I wasn't even thinking about. And I think what happens is like it's like look at these candles. Like they're so each candle represents 1 minute. And each 1 minute interval is 1 minute that you're focused in, theoretically, if you're focused in the entire time. And it's basically trained everyone participating in the stock to expect a 5 cent range on each candle in either direction. And what happens here, not only does it do its little fake out thing, but it surprises everybody with the range who are hypnotized in this kind of like, whoa. It's just like numbers sloshing back and forth, up and down, just totally like, you ever seen that picture of like the guy with the stopwatch being just like, let me see if I can get something. Hey, like, oh, look at my stopwatch. You are getting sleepy. And then it's like, wah! And that's what this stock does. That's what stocks in general do. That's what they're good for. So, a couple ways I think people have done it and approached it in the past that I have seen are they either wait for the whapa, or they go after it more aggressively and try to anticipate the whapa. And sometimes if you try to anticipate too early, like you're expecting the whapa up here at 89, but then it just does this long grind out, and then like the whapa actually happens over here on this like 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th attempt. Whapa. Yeah. So the components of this, you have a decent 5-minute setup. You have a target of 2, obviously. You have a stock that should have died that's not dying. You have increasing volume as it goes higher. You have it holding here in this tight consolidation on the 1 minute. And like I'm looking at that and I'm like, and granted, at this point, I'm down $460. So everything aside, just looking at that, that adds another layer of cloudment to judgment. So one thing that's really hard for me to do, for whatever reason, is not have my judgment clouded and when I'm down. What I have been able to do is shift that cloud in judgment to being overly conservative instead of overly aggressive, which I was overly aggressive, I think, when I first started. But that's not ideal either. And so, like an athlete, I'm always trying to tune in where I need to be on that level of aggressiveness. And in this situation, this called for me being primed. And in this split second, here where it hesitates, I had a stop loss that could have been right there. 74. 10 seconds back up. So as it dips down here, let me show the level too. As it dips down there, 74 level right here, it holds. My stop could have been whatever it flushes to below 70. And that hesitation, I had my finger on the trigger. And it's like, boom, okay, so now we got some buyers in there. And so you're a little bit more comfortable. Does it keep going higher? Boom, 80. Okay, it's barreling through sellers. Boom, 81, 82. Boom, 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 selling. So this was not terrible, though. That buy right there, wow, what a fill. What a fill. Could have just flushed in my face, by the way. But what a fill. I think the only reason it did not flush in my face was that it went so high above 2. I think if it only went to like 205, it would have probably been more likely, from what I've seen historically, and this is all just based off what I've seen historically, is that it would probably just been like zip zop, right? But it was getting bought. Like it was getting the traction. So it pops up here. And it's like not dying immediately. It's just doing this kind of like, yeah, I got bought a little right there. Pop down. Really great fill. Can't love the fill any more than that. So out of all the things that happened today, out of all the crap fills on the other stocks, this fill was amazing. And I was very eager to jump it. I was like, wow, got a good fill, got a good exit. I don't want to push my luck. Okay. So yeah, and that got me going back towards green, or not back towards green, but back towards a reasonable number on the day. I think at that point I was only down 350. So got $100 or so off that trade. Oh man. Okay, so I got a note here to look through. 1105. Let's look to 1105. What happens here? Okay, so you obviously have a bearish 5-minute candle, but it's not quite dying. And it does look like there is some support. It's hesitating in the right way. That's what I see. And it looks like it could fail. Like this is not the picture perfect version of a flag, but that's what's going in its favor. It's not the picture perfect version, because I think as time goes on, the picture perfect version is what worked maybe yesteryear. And all that's really happening is that it's holding. That's all you can say for sure. You know, you can look at volume, you can look at chart patterns. I mean, you can look at lines, you can look at like descending resistance, what moving averages. All I see is that it had a spurt of buying volume. It tried to die, got bought up a little bit, got sold a little bit, but more or less just stayed sideways. And it's there. So I'm gonna try to buy this, I think. And I'm very light on my feet. I stop out for like half a cent loss or something, just because I'm unsure about it, because it could go either way, right? These things they're living things. It's just a bunch of people making decisions. But I'm like, no one's made a definite kill cut or kill. No one's killed it yet, as in there's no big seller that's like dumped on it. And there's that level of 2 that I think it has to test before it dies. So this is what's going through my head. So I'm in there again. Oh, and I'm like, that was so fast, so easy. I'm just going to take it off. And I take it off. And it keeps going a little bit, but it hesitates too. And it gets to that level. It's like right about 2 right there. Now I'm thinking to get back in for the break of 2. And then swim, of course, on this side is going after the many tries I took on it. Whatever. I'm annoyed by it. But, I take a few more trades. That's about it. I had a few off-camera, off-recording trades on LUMN later in the day in this zone up here that got me maybe like $100 more. And that's it. That's the day. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, a fantastic week. I'll catch you all tomorrow for the next review. Peace.